everyone, it's Laura Milligan and I am here with my weekly Facebook Live. We have big news today with Stampin' Up, and that is that we are offering free shipping. They just announced that on Saturday, so it's very exciting. We all love free shipping. I think every woman loves free shipping, and probably a lot of men do as well. But it's a minimum of a 75-degree order, and then you will get free shipping, which is awesome. So that is only for today, only 24 hours. So go ahead and check out. We have our last chance list, which are the things that are retiring from our January to June mini catalog. We have some things on the clearance rack. We have our kit sale going on now, which is buy one kit, get one kit at half off. And the neat thing about that is the half off kit is the most expensive kit. So you can get a really good deal on that. We have some really great kits. So check out all those things and take advantage of free shipping. I am going to put an order in as soon as I'm done here today because I want to take advantage of the free shipping as well. So let me switch my camera view down and show you what I've got in store for you today. Okay. So, whoops. I made, last time we gathered, I made this card. Hi Colleen, hi Anne-Marie, hi Jennifer. Thank you all for joining today. This is a card that I made last week on my Facebook Live, and I forgot to pull a name for this one. I did pull a name for this one. This one I did not do as part of the Facebook Live, but I shared it on my blog last week as a tutorial. So you can refer to that to get all the measurements and the products that I used. But I did pull a winner for this, and it was Cheryl Davis. So Cheryl, I will get this in the mail to you. And this one, I'm going to go back and look at the comments from last week, and someone will be surprised. I will send this, I'll get that out in the mail today. So somebody will get this as a surprise. I don't know who that person is going to be yet. So, all right. I wanted to just briefly talk about, other than free shipping, which is the big, great thing for today, I wanted to talk about my B-Box for July. I just released the registration for that on Sunday night. It has a quick turnaround. Registration closes on, let me pull this in here, June 27th. Let me tell you, this is the sweetest, most adorable suite of products called Happy Forest Friends. And so for my B-Box, it's $40. That's the base price, and that let me show you what that includes. Well, first I wanted to just show you all the spread of this bundle in the catalog, this suite. It includes paper, the stamp set, dies, and some ribbon, and I used all of those in my B-Box. But look at these cute samples too. How adorable are those? The paper with this is super cute as well. So let me just show you my B-Box. The basic price includes half a pack of the paper, and look how cute this paper is. It has, this is like the trees with some mushrooms and greenery at the bottom. There's the back side of that. This, some patterns there. This is really fun too. It has the acorns and the tree trunks and little wood cuts. Back of that. Really cute. Look at the little fox. Little sweet little bird. Really darling paper. Look at the sweet little bear. The back of that, and then these mushrooms and the back of that. So you will get the half a pack. We'll cut it 6 by 12. That will come with your B-Box. You will also get full bolts of it. It's a 2-pack ribbon, and it is the Old Olive and Sahara Sand Twill Ribbon Combo Pack. And then you'll also get a package, excuse me, of the brushed brass butterflies. You can obviously tell that I like these a lot because I have used most of these from this pack. You, of course, will get a full pack. And then you get kits to make 6 cards. Or, I'm sorry, 8 cards, 2 each of 4 different designs, and they are the sweetest. This one has a little bit of a fun fold. This one is like a pull out, so you'll pull that out. Super, super cute. You do need the Happy Forest Happier Than Happy bundle. This is the stamp set. These are the dies. You will need those to complete the projects in the class, or you can substitute for something that you may already have. But I have a quick turnaround for this, and don't miss out because it is sweet. So that registration for that ends on Monday, and I will post a link to the registration, and you can read all about it, read all the details by just clicking on the link. I'll put that right above my Facebook Live when I'm done today. So I thought what would be fun was to create a card using this suite of products for you today. So this is the card that I'm going to make, and it is like it's a fun fold. I was going to say a tri-fold, but it's not really a tri-fold. So let's get started on that. And this will be going up on my blog. I will add all the measurements so that you can duplicate this card if you would like. So let's see here. Okay, I'm going to start with this, and this is, I had all these written down, and of course now I guess I've misplaced them. Oh no, here they are. Okay, good. This will make it easier for me. So this is 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. This is Calypso Coral, and I've scored this at 5 1/2. This will be like our card base, and it's going to open up like this. The other part of this card will be this smaller piece, and it's 3 inches across by 8 1/2 long, scored at 4 1/4. And that will slip in there just like that. I will tell you the other parts and pieces, the measurements as I go along, but I'm going to start by doing my stamping. Let me find my white cardstock here. Just pull a piece out. Okay, I'll set this aside. So I'm going to do my stamping, and then I will die cut. And I have already done this just to save a little time. But if you have questions on how to die cut, if you don't know how to use our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, please let me know, because I would be more than happy to explain it to you. Hi Marcia, how are you? I know this suite is adorable. Okay, so I'm going to start with the little trunk, the stump of the tree, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that and put this color away. That was Early Espresso. I'm going to stamp the owl, which is also adorable, and I stamped her in Soft Suede. Look how cute she is. She's just cute. Okay, and then I need to do the bear. And so the bear I did in gray granite. I'm using a lot of neutral colors here. So gray granite for my big bear. Look how cute that is. I'm going to hold that up so you can see. Look how cute he is. And there's the little owl. They're just adorable. Okay, so there's our bear. I'm going to put this away. And then I also am stamping with Calypso Coral. I'm going to do a butterfly. And the great thing is all of these have dies that coordinate. So you don't have to do any fussy cutting. It's all just super easy. You just run it through your die cutting machine. Here's the mushrooms. I made those in Calypso Coral as well. They're actually 2 different stamps, but I just mounted them on my same clear block and just stamped them at one time. Okay, so I'm going to put that away. And then I'm just going to finish up the stamping. I'm going to take my Early Espresso again, and I have this little white panel, which is 2 3/4 across by 4 inches tall, and I'm going to stamp some words. And I love the words. Let me pull in the Happier Than Happy for You. I love that. Just makes you smile, right? So I'm going to go ahead, and here's my words, and I'm going to go ahead and just stamp those. This will be the inside of my card. Okay. All right. So we'll set that aside a minute. Okay, so then the dies, I'm gonna go ahead and pull these out. There's also a really cute fox in this set, which I'm not using on my card today, but I did use in my B-Box class to go. But look at the fox too, and the little acorn. Here's like some ground. All right, so let's just see. And the nice thing is I can do this all, if I just cut this paper here, I could do all of this die cutting with just one pass through my die cutting machine. So there's that. Here is the trunk. Here is the little butterfly. It's just a teeny little die. And then the mushrooms. There's that one. And then the bigger mushroom is this. And then we have the owl. She's right here. And the die even cuts out her little feet, which is really cute. And I will tell you, I'll give you a little tip. When you're doing the owl, if you can see her feet through the little holes that are there, then you know you've got it lined up, and then it'll cut out just perfectly. So I would take all of these, narrow my paper here, cut this a little bit narrower, and run it through my die cutting machine. I'll put these back. And through the magic of Facebook Live, I have all these pieces ready to go. There's my mushrooms. Oops. Okay. Here's my owl. Okay. So I'm just going to start by assembling my card. So I'm going to start with just the front part. And, well, you know what? I think I'm going to start with this bigger piece. We might as well go bigger to smaller. So these are the papers I'm going to put inside. And this is gray granite paper. It's 4 by 5 1/4. And then the DSP is, let's see, it would be 3 3/4 by 5. So that's going to go in there. So I'm going to take my glue and go ahead and attach this. And I'll just center this on this little panel. And what I realized when I was doing this was that not much of this panel is going to show by the time we get that other card in there. So I decided, I tried some of the different papers, and I just thought I wanted something a little more bold and a little bit more detailed. I originally was going to do like the trees, and I ended up using those on the front, but I just thought this pop of a little bit more detailed paper would look cute there. Different colors and patterns and things. Let's see if I could get this straight. That would be nice, wouldn't it? There we go. Okay, so there's that part. And then I'm going to take this smaller piece, and so this is going to be attached right there like that. So the first thing I'll do is attach my inside piece, and that's going to go right there. And actually, you could do a lot of different things here. You could add a couple mushrooms. You could do your little owl. You could do the fox. You could do that greenery. I just left mine plain, but there are options there. Okay. All right. And then for the front, I'm going to take a piece of gray granite. This one is 4 by 2 3/4. And then I'm using this tree pattern, which is 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. And that's going to just fit right on there. Oh, and you know what? I didn't cut this right. Oh, yes, I did. You know what? I'm sorry. This is going to go here. I didn't put a gray granite there. That's right. No wonder. Okay. So this is going to go right on the front there, and then we're going to build our little forest scene. I originally had intended to add a piece of gray granite cardstock there, and then I just thought I wanted to focus more on the woods and have this panel be different. Okay. Then I'm going to take, now I'm going to take my gray granite piece. That's going to fit right on here. This would be a nice one to take advantage of today with our free shipping or offer, because you would save a great amount to get this sweet for free shipping. And then I chose this. Look how sweet this is with the flowers and things. That's going to be this little panel here. This card has a lot of parts and pieces, but they're easy to cut. There's nothing really small other than these little shapes, but those are easy to do with your die cutting machine. And it's just fun to switch it up. So next will be, we're going to put this in here. And I just thought when you open this card up, it was cute to see this detail with the flowers, the pop of color there with the Calypso coral, and the, I think that might be so saffron on the little flowers there. But I thought that was a cute contrast to this part. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this little card. And I'm going to put that about right there, and I'm just going to get it centered and try to get it straight like that. Okay. So there's the base of the card. So it just opens up like that, and then happier than happy for you. Look how cute. All right, now the super cute part. So I'm going to start, and originally I thought I would make everything fit inside the confines of this little card, but then I thought, you know, let's have some of this hang over the edge, because that will make it look cute as well, and it's still going to fit in an envelope. So I'm going to add some dimensionals, and I just put the dimensionals to the right side of this bear, because I didn't want, you don't want to put anything sticky on this side, because then your card won't open. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll put something by his head. I'll just go right down there like that. And that will probably be plenty for our little bear. So I'm going to put her there. She is so cute, isn't she? I just love her. All right, so we have that there. And then I'm going to take, well, first I'm going to take this little butterfly, almost like she's just coming up to greet this bear, and he's reaching out for her to hop onto his hand. I don't know. So I'm going to take a mini dimensional to put behind our butterfly, and I'll pop her up. Just right above the bear. She's just coming to say hello. All right. Down here, I'm going to put our little tree stump, and I put this flat, but what I did was I tucked one of the mushrooms behind here like this. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit of glue to the stem of the mushroom. And I'll just tuck that behind like that. It's just kind of poking out around that tree. And then I'll go ahead and add some glue to the rest of this to adhere that down. Oh gosh, 100 degrees in central Illinois. I think it's supposed to be in, well, I know it's supposed to be in the 90s today here. That is not my favorite kind of weather. Whoops. Okay, so I'm going to put that about right there. And then I'm going to take this little mushroom, and I thought it would be cute to pop it up. So I'll just put a little, well, hopefully, Tanya, you're in air conditioning, because I don't know how we survived without air conditioning back in the day, right? Okay, so I'm just going to put that little mushroom there, pop it up. I could actually put some adhesive on the bottom and have it be more dimensional at the top. In fact, you know what? I think I will do that. So I'm just going to curl this little part, the stem, back here. Put a dab of glue there. And then I'll just hold that down a second. Oops. There we go. And that gives it more dimension. I kind of like to do that. That's a little trick I learned from my friend Constance, and I know she usually watches the replay. So hi Constance, thank you for the tip. She's an amazing stamper. Okay, and then I'm going to take my little owl and I'm going to pop her up with some dimensionals, and I can use the regular size for this. Hi Deborah, how are you? Whoops. I feel like I have sticky fingers here now all of a sudden. Well, I'm going to start over. I don't want that. There we go. And she's just going to be sitting there like that. And there is, I think it is a super, super cute card, don't you? Don't you just love this suite? And then I wanted to finish it up a little bit with, I thought about adding maybe some linen thread or some other kind of ribbon. And then I ended up just deciding to keep it kind of simple, but I wanted to make it look sort of magical, like a magical forest scene, and add just a teeny subtle bit of sparkle. So I'm going to use these iridescent rhinestone gems, and I'll just put a couple on here and just add a little sparkle to our scene, to our little forest scene. So there's the card. Happier Than Happy for You. Super cute. And then I thought what I would do, because I love this paper so much, is, let's see, let me set this. I wanted to do something on the envelope flap. And you've seen me do this before, but sometimes I think we forget that this is just a really quick, easy thing you can do to dress up your card. Of course, you could stamp something on the front, and I may do that as well. But I'm going to just take a piece of this paper, the designer paper, and I thought it would be fun to use the mushrooms because I've used those on the card and they're on this inner part as well. The mushrooms are there, and then of course here are the ones that I stamped and cut out. So what I do is I just take a piece of designer paper. Obviously you don't need one this big. This would have been cute on the envelope flap as well. And then I just take my paper snips and just trim, follow the line of the flap, and just trim around the flap. And it just kind of takes it up a step. It dresses up the whole card. Of course, it dresses up the envelope, and it's just fun. And you know, I'm sure that you have little scraps of designer paper. We need to use our designer paper. I think we all have a tendency to hoard it and not use it, but we should use it. Okay. So there you have, look how adorable that is. And so here's our coordinated card with matching envelope, and that features the Happy Forest Friends suite. So this is another idea for you. If you're interested in my B-Box, I will put a link for registration, like I said, when I'm done with my Facebook Live today, and you can click on the link. It will take you to a page that will tell you all about the different options, and but registration ends Monday, so don't miss out. I know that you will enjoy this class very much. And I think that's all I have for today. I'm going to go ahead and switch my view back up. And thank you for joining me. Don't forget about the free shipping. It's today only, 24 hours. We all love free shipping. It's a great day to take advantage of a really good deal. So I hope that you will do that. You can go to lauramilligan.com and click on shop or shop now, and that will take you right to my store, and that way you'll know that you are shopping for me, and of course I would be very grateful for that. And I do plan to be back on Monday. I'll be giving away this card to someone that either leaves a comment or shares my post. So be sure to do that, and you have a chance to win this adorable card. So thank you all so much for joining me today. It's always good to see you and be with you and read your comments. And don't forget to take advantage of that free shipping. And until next time, I hope you have time to be creative today. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.